Hey everyone, welcome back to the Dating After Divorce podcast. I'm Shadi Curry. It is a pleasure to be with you this morning. At least it's morning where I am. This episode is going to be really short and sweet, just a couple of minutes. I wanted to invite you to experience my coaching in person. And by in person, I mean on Zoom. So I am hosting a Zoom workshop January 24th through the 26th, 2023. So if you are listening to this after those dates, this invitation has expired. However, for those of you listening to it prior to the 24th of January 2023, I would love for you to join me on my Zoom workshop. So I do these every month or so. I will have a live webinar or a live workshop via Zoom. I don't typically promote it on the podcast. I think just out of habit, I mostly promote them on social media or on my email list. And then I realized, wait, there is a whole community on my podcast who might enjoy experiencing my live workshops. So I'm inviting you to my January 2023 workshop. It is going to hold January 24th, 25th, and the 26th. So it's a 3-day workshop. It will hold at 7 p.m. Central Time. So if you want to convert that to your time zone, you can go to timeconverter.com and just convert that. I believe that will be 5 p.m. Pacific Time, and that will be 8 p.m. Eastern Time for those of you who are in the United States. So what is this whole workshop about? It is titled How to Create Your Extraordinary Life and Love After Divorce. And it's really just an overview of some of the, I guess you could say, old habits, old patterns, defense mechanisms, just challenges that we hold on to after divorce that can prevent you from getting out of survival mode and creating your best life after divorce. Sometimes we hear things or we're told things. I had heard, hey, you need to wait 1 year for every 3 years that you're married before you start dating. So of course I was married close to 18 years. So that would have meant waiting 6 years before dating in order to keep to what this person considered their correct formula for creating my best life after divorce. And so there are a lot of myths that you hear like that. Divorced women get told so many things about the right way to do things. And I think some of that information is given to us, or we receive that information, or we think these things because we believe we don't know how to create this amazing life. That if we did know, we wouldn't have made the mistake that we made, quote unquote mistake, in marrying the ex or things that happen in the divorce. Often divorce is seen as this thing that like marks you for life as someone who doesn't know what she's doing or who doesn't know what they're doing. This is not true. You totally have the ability to create the amazing life you know you were always meant to have. If that isn't happening for you, it is usually a change in thinking that's needed, a change in perspective, climbing out of the box and seeing that there is a big, wide world out there. There are so many opportunities, but sometimes we can get bogged down in overwhelm or burnout, stress, all sorts of things. All of this, I just lump them all in survival mode. That's like the word I have for all of the crap that can keep you from doing what you want to do after divorce. But you don't have to wait until you have it all together. You don't need to wait for the perfect time. You don't even have to wait until you feel ready. The first thing you need is commitment, is a decision. And it's an internal decision, whether or not you can see the path, whether or not you can see the opportunity, whether or not it looks like your circumstances support you building your best life or your best love for those of you who are dating. The very first step is a decision that, you know what, I'm going to do this. I may not know how, but I'm going to do it. And once you do that, it releases your brain and your thinking patterns to start to get creative about how it could be done, how it might be done, right? So once you make the decision that you are going to create that extraordinary life and extraordinary love after divorce, your brain kicks into, okay, well, where could we find the time? Your brain stops talking you out of your goals. You start stepping out in confidence. So all of this whole, approach to creating a whole new life after divorce is what I will be discussing on this 3-day workshop. I'm going to teach you how to lean into action, how to work through the negative feelings that come up, how to stop overthinking, how to stick with it, how to get back up with confidence if you fail along the way, all of the things so that you can go from point A to point Z in finding your new partner, creating the money that you want, creating the health that you want, hitting the goals that you've set for yourself. Okay. So if you are committed to creating an extraordinary life after divorce, if there are goals that you want to hit, if you have big goals and you have big dreams, and maybe you feel like, oh, the divorce or the marriage kind of like got in your way and you want to like reclaim all of those, I want you to join me for the workshop. Again, it's January 24th through the 26th. You can register for the workshop on my social media. So if you find me on Instagram or if you find me on Facebook, my link in bio will have the link. The show notes for this podcast episode will also have the link for the workshop, and you just register. You'll get reminder emails and you'll get the Zoom link to join the call. You can also go to my website, shadecurry.com, SADECURRY.com. And right at the top, there will be a link for you to register for the workshop as well. So all you have to do is put in your name and your email address, and you will receive all the information you need to join the workshop via email. All right. I am so excited to meet some of you on the workshop. I hope you will join me. I hope we can connect at this event. Thank you so much for your time and attention, and I will see you next time.